Hello. This is a quick note from the editor saying that this tour was not supposed to happen, so it wasn't planned, and it was recorded during my time working for international orientation. So the students you guys are seeing right now in the video are the new freshmen from 2025, fall 2025. Yes. So I hope you guys enjoy it, even though it was recorded really badly. It wasn't planned at all. And me and Amna, we both have ADHD, and we're struggling clearly during the whole tour. And we don't have a script of anything we are talking about. We are just trying to show the campus around and also trying to give students informations about places we are visiting. And this is not an official tour or anything. I just wanted you guys to see how the international students are seeing when they arrive on campus. So yeah. Also, I apologize for the mic. There are some parts of the video that the mic is it's really bad, and I do apologize for that. But be aware that I do know that it's a problem. It's not the first video that this happens. Yeah, I hope you guys have fun. Yes.
Okay, so we'll start with Woodspen's comments. So this is the International Student Center. We have TGIF here, which happens every Friday from 12 to 1, in which the International Student Department, they choose a department or a country, sorry, and they make food from that, and someone from the country or who studied abroad gives a presentation about it, and it's super fun, and all of you should come. So on the floor above this, we have the International Student Office. It used to be here, but they're having a lot of renovations over the summer. So the International Office and all of the CI departments, study abroad, all of it is on the top floor now. Yes. Over here, probably the SGA offices are coming, the student government offices, but we're not sure yet. Okay, we can go downstairs now. Okay, this is the public safety office. They're the ones who open the doors for you. If you lose your keys, you go here. You lose your ID card, you go here. You have any problem, you call public safety. Their office is open 24/7. This building is also open 24/7. So yeah, and that's why the upstairs room, they're making it a student center where you guys all are. So you can come here and study anything basically. Over here we have Sandella's, which is basically like a cafe. So once you guys are on the meal plan starting next week, you guys can use your ID. You have about $50 to spend. You can spend it here or on what else?
The Mac. So you can spend in the Mac Cafe here and
library.
That's all, no?
Yeah. So they have like sandwiches and stuff sometimes. So it's a good option for lunch. Okay, this way.
So we got $50 per semester per month.
And they don't transfer over, so you have to spend the 50 in one semester, or otherwise you lose it.
Yes.
And it's good because you can get coffee, sandwiches, anything, and you should use the money.
Some wraps at Sandella's is like $10, so it's not that hard to spend the
and
money
the coffee at Mac, which is the science building we'll take you, is good, so you should spend that money. Okay, we have Fairchild here. This is a residence hall, mostly has upperclassmen, and it has the student life house office. Right here, there's a door you can go in. So housing, student life, and outdoor adventures, all of their offices are on the first floor. So if you have any housing problems or anything like that, this is the place to go. This is Alumni building. This building is probably going to be your most visited building because the dining hall is here. No problem. Okay, this is the Alumni building. Over there we have Bard Lounge. Over here we usually have events and stuff. You guys are gonna come here a lot when general orientation starts. They usually have like bingo or like casino night and stuff like that. All the events happen over here. If you guys walk ahead a little. Usually all the internship fairs and job fairs, they also happen here. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the Carnegie Woodson Center. They also host a bunch of events. They usually have like What did they have last night? Then we went to. You don't remember either?
They have food.
They have food.
Usually they have food, and they have events that is just like celebrating Black history and Black historic figures.
Anyway, they have events over there. They have events, a lot of like cultural events and stuff take place over here. They have a lot of dress up stuff, like a ball or stuff. That's a vending machine. That's very useful. It has like hair products and stuff for the That's the campus life office. They usually do events or like they're in charge of the RAs and like all of the student life related events that happen on campus. Oh, sorry. They do all of that. Do you guys want to go downstairs to see dining? Okay, we can't go in yet though because I'm not swiping and it's wasting $10. But okay, this is alumni fields. So they usually have events like Holi or like Thai water festival. So we have those here, and sometimes dining does events that take place over here. And sometimes if they have a lot of stuff from the farm store, which I think we're not taking you to it, but I'll tell you guys where it is. But they have events over here, and you can use your Berea bucks to buy stuff from here too sometimes. This is the dining hall. It's a buffet style dining hall. So once you have your IDs and they work in the dining hall, you swipe once and it's all you can eat style. So you can go as many times as you want, eat as much as you want. Yeah, and it's open on, those are the timings, but they're for summer right now, but they're pretty much the same. An app that you can download and you can see the menu before you come if that's something you guys care about.
And where do students usually eat if not dining?
Dining is like your go-to. Once you start college, like you'll realize how like fast-paced it is. So like some last semester dining was the only time I would like see my friends because you would have so much to do. So everyone 12 to 1 in the entire campus is on break. So everyone usually comes to lunch during that time, and it is very hard to find a table. So you kind of just sit wherever and then you talk to random people and you become friends, because it's like when people say you come to a small campus and you know everyone, it's true. You're going to see the same people once college starts, same people every day 24/7. So you kind of do get to know everyone. Even if it's like hello, hi, you know everyone on campus.
Is that a dining thing?
Yes. Some people also have dining as a labor position. They have a lot of events in dining, like for Valentine's Day, they'll like do chocolate covered strawberries, or like for Halloween, they'll have something. So they have like a table set out here and they're like sampling stuff sometimes. So it's fun. And the president, Dr. Nixon, she comes around dining sometimes to like talk to students or like give them candy or something.
Tavern. This is the oldest hotel here in Berea. It's a landmark. It's an amazing building. It's so pretty. We have here the event center. It's right there. And usually like the labor office holds events there. We're gonna have like catering events. We're gonna have like job fairs, meeting with the recruiters and things like that. We have the visitor center. And in the visitor center, unfortunately, we cannot use our Berea dollars, unfortunately. But you can get like Berea merch. You can buy like smoothies. And basically that's all the visitor centers has.
And also in the smoothie shop, they give you a card. So if you buy 5 smoothies, you get the 6th one free.
It's 10 smoothies.
I got 5 last time.
I hate you, Amna.
It's always nice to have friends who work there because they get a discount.
Yeah. So every Berea student gets a 10% discount, but if you work there, you have 40% discount. We also have Birds and the Bluegrass Kitchen and Papa Leno's. These are just like some restaurants option. Birds is a coffee shop, and we're gonna take a look when we go there. I'm just showing you right now so you guys can have the full picture of Boone Tavern, but I'm gonna tell you guys like while we walk. And this is the Union Church. Yes. Usually here, like, just wait for the car to stop and go. There's nothing much we can do. This is the Union Church. We have like events here, but not that much. We had a Christmas event, and I think it was the Black Music Ensemble. They played here, so they had like the presentation and other like music ensembles in Berea. These are like classes you participate and they have to like present. So they did a presentation here for the Christmas, which is nice. I don't know about the church as a church, but I have a friend, his name is Ever, and he goes to the church, he goes to the Baptist church, and here in Berea we have like several options of churches. And if it's something you guys are interested in going, I would say talk to Ever. If you want, just talk to me. I'm gonna give his number. Okay?
So good.
And let's go here. And I have nothing to say about it. Never went inside, but it was pretty. And now they're renovating, and you can see these are like new lights and LED lights. So they just like they renovated, which is nice. This is the event center I mentioned, and these are usually you go in this door.
When we have Labor Day next year, they have a bunch of stuff happening here, so you come.
This is the Bluegrass Kitchen. They basically have like American normal food like fries, burgers.
Some people also work here as their labor position.
This is the visitor center, and like I worked here during the winter. That's all the store is, Berea merch, and we also have like some things from the student craft, and we also have some things from local artists, and which is awesome. And we have the smoothies bar, and they have their menu up there. Medicine, we never know. They have some like basic medicine. Basically, that's it. It's a visitor center. Shall we?
We shall.
I can do for Gibson.
Sí, pero there's no label department there now.
I know. Okay, this is like a relatively new thing that opened. It's called Bert's. They even have a food truck that sometimes Berea lets, like they come and they cater to events and stuff. But it's literally just glorified grilled cheese. The coffee here is good though, and it's a cute place to sit and study if you don't want to go anywhere else. Yeah. It's kind of a mixture of a student center and all the student life departments. So right now, honestly, we're not even sure what's gonna be in there because they did so many changes over the summer that half of the stuff is completely like here and there.
This is Peace and Craft. You also have a discount here, and it's basically just like craft.
It's just trinkets and like glorified little things. No, you're good.
Sorry.
And this over here, this is Papalino's, which is like an Italian restaurant. It's really good, honestly, and it's cheap for the food you get. We go here and eat sometimes. You guys should go. It's nice and it's cheap, and it's a nice place to sit. You guys get a discount at. They also have like woodworking stuff and like little trinkets here and there, and like clay figurines. So it's just like, it is just a trinket shop.
Can you say again the name of the store, Amna?
Log House.
Yay!
Oh, sunny.
Sunny.
So this is the Hafer Gibson building. This used to be our labor department building, but the labor department is shifted to this building now. But over here we still have our AHR and our facilities office and the wellness office. I don't know if you guys will be coming here a lot anymore because that is the main building now. This is the post office. All your packages are gonna come here. This is your address. You guys don't, someone is gonna bring you here, but I'm just giving you a look of what it is. If sometimes you guys have packages in the lockers The lockers are open 24/7. You'll get a pin in your email, and if not in the email, there's a counter here that you just go to and you tell them your SIPO number. They scan your ID, and then you get your package.
Yay!
Okay, this is Stephenson Hall. This hall is most like famous for the Appalachian Center. They host a lot of events. Like sometimes it's like on Friday nights they'll have like bracelet making or like a video game night or something. But they do a lot of stuff. You guys can come here with your friends. It's super fun. Sometimes if you have a class related to Appalachian Studies, some of the professors have their offices here on the third floor. So you'll have some of the classes here too. I don't know if you guys want to go upstairs, but the Celts, the office Center of Education and Learning, that's what it's called, right? Something like that. But the Celts office is here. They have programs like about like community service and stuff. So last year I was a part of Celts and I did this program in which you adopt kind of like a younger sibling, and they come every Monday weekly. You spend the whole day with them, like from 5 to 8. You go to the dining hall with them, and it's just fun. Yeah, you can also do adopt a grandparent. There's people who care, Habitats for Humanity. They're gonna have a desk here somewhere. So if community service is something you guys are interested in, I would definitely say do Celts. Celts can also be a labor position if someone is interested in that. The EPG office.
We can go upstairs. It's easier. Let's just go upstairs. First, I want to show like usually when you guys start working, this is where you clock in and out. And basically, like you have to find this one in the building you are working, and you press in for the day, and then you just do this with your ID, and that's it. You're clocked in, and you do the same to clock out. And that's why we have like one of these in all the buildings, because we have students working in all the buildings.
And because you guys are international students, it's important to know like your breakdown of your labor. So you work 4 hours, you maximum 4 hours in one go. You get a 15-minute break, that's paid, and then after 4 hours you have to clock out for an hour, which is lunch break, and then you can clock back in. Okay?
Yeah. You guys will know more in the labor orientation, specific for your case. We are taking the stairs.
So find it, make your entire CV, curate your CV to the specific position you're applying to. If your internship is not funded, Berea does fund internships, so which is good. They help you get the funding, figure out housing. You also get credit for your internship, so it counts as a class if you wanted to. So it counts as a summer class, so they help you with all of that. Setting up Handshake, they're very nice and a good resource. Use them as much as possible.
And this office is located right here. So you go to this door and it's in the third floor. You can take the stairs or you can always take the elevator. In that one is the EPG office, and it's always open. You can always come in. And this was the program I participated in during May, and we traveled around Appalachia for the whole month of May, which was awesome. And we got to learn so much about Appalachia that I didn't even know what Appalachia was, honestly,
and
when I got here.
EPG stands for Entrepreneurship for the Public Good. So it's a good like resource to have, because you learn how to you have to give an interview for it, so you learn how to do that, and there's a lot of traveling and attending events and stuff. So I think you learn a lot and it's good exposure. Every single department posts the events they have in the coming month or week even. And for outdoors adventures, it's kind of like you have to fight for your spot. So it's like every Wednesday at 6 p.m. they open registrations for the events, and you go register and then you go on the trip. The trips usually go on the weekends. Sometimes they have things that are all inclusive. Like last semester, in spring semester, we had like a campus camp out. So the field right down Alumni where there's a fire pit. Over there, we just did camping. Bobby, it's nice to see you. But we're doing a tour. But yeah, so you guys can just register for the events from there, and then you go on trips.
Yay! This is Armando. He IT, right, Armando?
No.
The IT part of the labor. What's the name?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Specific
call it IT though.
information
Just 'cause it's-
system.
yeah, I do systems. So like,
Systems.
so you know, every office has software. I manage our software and our data.
Being filmed.
I don't care.
Okay. He doesn't care. She says it.
Oh, is that what you were asking? Sorry.
No, you're good.
So this is the labor department now. He used to be the SSD. Hello. It used to be the SSD, and I used to work with the labor department. It's the best department on campus, and I can say for sure. Usually, if you have a labor-related question, this is where you should come. But like, send an email first. It's always nice, and they're really like they reply really, really fast. And they're all nice. You can always just like send an email to them, send an email to the official labor program email, and that's basically it.
We might reply a little slow at the beginning of the semester, but
That's true.
besides that, yeah. Feel free to come in here. This sidewalk should be finished sometime soon. So you all can come to your office. And then whenever that sidewalk's finished, feel free to come in.
Yay, labor department, and that's it.
Yeah.
You have an office. So excited.
Come and visit us, yeah.
Sorry.
Everybody's got an office here.
I was like, where is this? 128, and I'm like, should I go into the Appalachian Center? Because I forgot that this was SSD, and then there is the sidewalk, like Appalachian.
Where is SSD now?
In Stephen. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
She forgot. She forgot. Yeah.
I did forget.
The old ID. When it was ISSS or something like that.
It used to be ISS.
Yes.
ISNS.
ISNS.
This is the Danforth Tech Building. We have two Danforths. One is a residence hall, and this is the technology building. So if you're an engineering, technology, design, art major, you're going to have a lot of classes here. I took a ceramics class last semester, and I would highly recommend taking it for your art perspective because it's super fun and you get to keep all the stuff you make. Ceramics. I'm working here this semester as well. They also have the woodworking studio here and some parts of student craft. If you take a web design, not web design, but if you take like a class related to graphic design, that's gonna happen here as well. I was gonna walk into the pole. There is student craft. So student craft has a lot of parts. It has weaving, woodworks, it has ceramics. So they have events over there. And it's open sometimes, and they have displays and galleries, so you can go check it out. Ag building. I don't know if any of you are agriculture, environmental science. Your classes might be here. Some of you might have to take a perspective class. That would be here as well.
This is the Milk Building. It's a perfect place to study. We have like several study rooms. That is individual study rooms, and usually I study here a lot. This is basically Berea's museum. If you go inside, you can see like some artifacts and things like that. We also have the observatory. Is it?
Planetarium.
The planetarium. And they held sessions every Sunday where you can come and watch. And this is the STEM building. So math, physics, chemistry.
You will most likely have to park it here, because this is the student parking lot. Also, next summer break, when all of you move out, the SGA has storage over here. So once we walk down a little, there's 3 big storage containers, and all of you put your stuff there. Not all of your stuff, it's 3 boxes per person. And you put it in the student storage.
Yep. So you have to move every winter, and you have to take all your things.
Not winter, summer.
Summer, sorry. And I was thinking about the winter. And the winter, you can just leave the things in your dorm.
Unless you
live in Anna Smith.
And I was in Anna Smith my first year, and I had to move out for the winter and for the summer. It was so bad. I don't recommend. This is the Berea College farm store. So Berea has big farms. So when all of you were driving, all the land over there, Berea College owns that. So you can work in the farm as a labor position. there's animals, a lot of stuff. So everything in the farm store comes from the farm. They have a menu. Their food is really good. They have cupcakes, muffins, meat, eggs, bread, milk. So all of that stuff is at the farm store. It's a nice place to hang out during the fall and spring. Yeah.
Ball, so softball, baseball, soccer, all of them are around here. And like, be mindful, if you need a personal trainer, get yourself a personal trainer, but there's no one here to help you, like with exercise or stuff. Basically, that's it. Shall we? We shall?
Yes.
The track and you can off walk. So this is the basketball. You're gonna have classes here probably. Wellness,
150.
HHP, things like that. See? This is the Berea College Athletics office.
That room on the end and these classrooms get used as practice rooms. So all the dance practices, rehearsals. We also have events over here and over here. So for the dance performances and stuff. And how many of you know what convocation is so far? Okay, so convocation, every Thursday, 3 to 4, you need to attend 5 at least to get credit. The dance things count as convo credit too.
Oh, so you can just watch dance?
Yeah, but they're gonna send you a PDF with everything that counts
It's
as
a whole
convo
schedule
credit.
for the entire semester.
And then you choose the ones you want. This is the other card we mentioned.
This is for intramural sports. So if you just want to play for fun with your friends, you come here. The badminton, squash, you can even play volleyball in them. Academic buildings are here. That's the gym. That's CMIT. That's anyone who is a CS major, any computer science, math class, you will have here. Right there is Draper. That's your social science building. So business classes, finance, economics, all of the classes are there. Bell Hook Center, also inside Draper. First floor is offices and classrooms, and then the rest are just classrooms.
How about the theater?
Huh?
How about the theater? What is it?
That's Dana. That's an upperclassman
live
residence
there.
hall. Anna lives there.
I like it. The ceilings are really low though.
That's the theater right next to Dana. They have theatrical performances. Some people have their labor position as like a set design person or something. Theater performances also count as convo credit, and it's super fun to go. We went to all of them last semester. They're really nice. Theater majors, they always are here, and the theater's super cute. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite buildings on campus. That building right there, that's Danforth, different from the Danforth Tech building. That's a residence hall. This residence hall and catering where I'm at, they're identical. This one clearly has a better location. If you go down from here, which you can, there's Eco Village. In September, the town of Berea has a spoon bread festival that happens down where Eco Village is, in the entire actual town where people live. And it's fun. The food is not that good. Don't eat spoon bread. It was bad. Everyone calls these the Danforth swings. People come here at night and do all sorts of things. They also do a lot of events like movie nights and stuff, and they give out food. The Campus Christian Center is also over here, and the Campus Christian Center is a super helpful resource for all of the students. If you guys are having trouble with pick and drop, Campus Christian Center gives you money if you want to go to the airport. They have funding for it, so you just have to ask them, and they help you get to the airport if you need. You just need to let them know. They have money for every student, so use it. You don't have to be Christian to go to the Campus Christian Center. They're open to people from all sorts of faiths.
Yeah, and they embrace all types of religions, and they also do events for all types of religions.
Yeah, and even like I'm a spiritual person, I would say, and they have like a little box in which you can, if you want them to pray for something, you can write it down and they pray for you, and they're very inclusive of everyone. So it's a nice resource. And I'm Muslim and I still go here.
This is the fireside room, and usually you can go, you're gonna see it in the Campus Research Center intro that you guys gonna have, but we also have the door here, and when we pass through, you guys can see that we have the door here if you want. Okay. So this is the door.
The campus
this is
is not like religious like that, but they do have.
This is the building.
Yeah, this is the building.
This is the library.
This is Draper. This is what when you search Berea College on the internet, and there's like a dome, not a dome, like a tower. This is that building. Bell Hooks was this professor, and also
she's
a feminist. She's Appalachian, a scholar. She was mostly related to, like, she did a lot of research regarding gender and sexuality studies, and she contributed a lot to Berea College. So they have a center for her. You can do research. They have labor positions. You can go chill there. All my female presenting students, they have free hygiene products if you need them. Even for men, they have some things that you can take if you need. And yeah, they're just a nice place. They have a really nice couch. You can take naps on it.
It's supported by Sodexo, that is the dining service, but it's a Starbucks still, so we are kind of unsure what's going on. And we have SST here. So this is the Starbucks coffee, and this is SST. You can just like go inside. This is some study space from the library. You can always study here, the outside, or you can go inside the library and study. You have access to multiple books. You can always come here and check out a book. You can check out a hammock. We have the hammock style there.
There's a library at the back of the library. There's a section called Library of Things. So they have cooking stuff, camping stuff, video board games. So
and you can
check those
check out
too. And you can also check out study rooms that are on the top floor, and you can have a single study room or a group study room if you want to study alone and don't want to be in your room.
And this is the entrance of the library. That's Frost Building, the ones you guys went to the financial aid session, so you know what it is. This is Phelps Stokes. So we're gonna see each other here every Tuesday from 3 to 4. Thursday from 3 to 4. Because we have convocation. So if you see the convocation PDF and you chose those ones that are on Thursday, it's here that you're coming. Phelps Stokes.
All of us do, and they're mean. They never give you rides.
Really? Also, the all people ceremony is gonna be here, so you guys gonna see inside. Oh, okay, this is the art building. As you guys can see, this is the gallery entrance. Basically, if you're taking some like art class, this is the building you're coming to. And it's nice. I never been inside. I can't say much.
I've been inside. They have art displays. Sometimes they'll have artists come in, talk, give a presentation. The gallery is super cute. If art and culture and colorful things are something you're into, it's nice. I like it.
See? Some inside.
Sometimes your professors will bring you here. For example, last year when I had LNI2, my professor, the book we were reading, the author came. So we came and looked at her presentations. So you'll probably go to buildings for those reasons too.
This is the entrance for the arts building. This is NEP Hall. It's one of the farthest academic building on campus. It's the education building, so if you have an education related class, and also I think child family studies classes are there. Yeah, that's it. Beside it, it's the admissions office. So if you have questions related to admissions or whatever, if you are working for admissions, that's where you're gonna work. And this is Presser Hall. This is our music building. We have several events happening here all the time. I came here a lot throughout the semester. Personally, I love Presser. I had this period where I was obsessed with puzzles, and they have puzzles here. So I would just spend all my free time here doing puzzles. And they have places for you to study, and all your music-related classes are gonna be here, and also the music ensembles that you join.
If you're not,
The academic vice president offices at admissions.
Which one? This one, academic,
Yeah,
provost, and dean.
yeah.
I don't think so.
Lincoln Hall.
This is Lincoln, right? Is it? I don't know. On there, you can.
It's a single gender hall, only female.
So that's what's going on, and it's for upperclassmen. So beside it, we have the president's house. I think you guys stopped here when you came in the van. This is the president's house. In behind the president's house, we have the slides, and we can just get the slides and then go down the president's. What's the name of that?
Sledding.
Sledding thingy, I don't know. That is a residence hall for education majors. They have a residence hall just for them, and it's optional. Nicole lives there. That it's our orientation leader. She lives there, and if you have any questions, you should ask her. I have no clue what's going on there. So that's Lincoln Hall, and beside Lincoln Hall, that's Emory Building. It's a study building, and I think you also have child family studies classes there. But Lincoln Hall is the most important one for you to know. I think we have the president's office there as well, but it's financial aid there and also student account. And this man, he is so helpful and nice to all of us. He works there, and every time you have like a financial aid question, if you send an email and it's been like a week or so and it was not being replied, just stop by. They always reply to the email, so I don't think this is gonna happen at all. But if you also like you need to talk to someone in person, just like stop by in the office and they're gonna help you. They're really nice. Yep. So shall we go? This is Woodspen. Are you coming?
I am.
Yay.
Bye now.
Bye bye. This was our
Campus tour.
campus tour. Kind of messy. Because we don't have a script. Our script is Word printed out
Do you guys want to say
document.
bye-bye?
Bye.